Hi everyone, welcome to our Treasure Home Thursday Night Live Marathon Hours. So, I was in the restroom. I want the thing messed up again, so I'm going to have to use my phone for chat. Alright, so let me get this up and going. Alrighty. Alright. So there's Robin, Miss Jem, Mrs. Walter Job, there's Leonard, hi Lori, hi Robin. So I figure since I've got my phone in my hand, actually I can't type. I wish y'all could see this. I can't type on the I'll take a picture of it in just a minute. Hey, Walter and Carla. And earlier when I made it, it was fine. Now it says that. So I can't see the chat thing. So I will all right, so let me get back over here and do my usual. Hi, chat. Hi, TV watchers. Hi, replay watchers. Thank you for being here. Oh, my goodness. Hi, TV watchers. Hi, chat. It's supposed to be hi. And I know the keyboard thing. You know what you type, and then you look and it's not even what you type. It's like, what in the world is this going on? And hi, please play watchers. So I'm going to put my phone on charge. Alright. Alrighty. So let's see here. We're going to get this blanket sewn together. I'll put that there so I can see the chat. There we go. And how's everybody doing tonight? The weather is kind of, it's raining and cold at the same time. And then the phone falls. All right, maybe like that. So it has been, raining all here all day long. So I got up this morning and my knee was doing fine until like my right knee. About 1 o'clock or so. No, probably 12:30. So we're right there. And all of a sudden my right knee is just like, sorry about that. Try not to have the phone in this, but that ain't gonna work. Yeah, it's just been bothering me. And I'm like, right knee, you're gonna work just fine. You're not gonna hurt or anything. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, it's been helping. Everything has been helping, so I appreciate everybody helping me with this. Because once I get to those 4K hours, I will have a giveaway. And also, like I did with the 1K subs and the 3K hours. So once we get to those goals, then I'll do a giveaway. So it's been it's been really raining hard at times. Whew. All right, there we go. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I would have the snow, then the rain. Because my body doesn't ache as much when it snows. That's why I like to have the snow. So I'm going to sew these tails in. So that it won't be sticking out anywhere. All right, that's one end. And we're going to do this end. So tonight, Anastasia and I watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We love that show. Let's see here. How many more do you need? About 500. Roughly about 500 more hours. So it's just a slow go how YouTube works. I have no idea why it does that. So, and Smoky Mountain Bless, she was putting in the chat last night. If 500 people watched 1 hour, I would have it. And then if 250 people watched 2 hours, it would get me there. And she broke it down a couple more times. So if like 250 watched 2 hours. What was it, 160 some people watched 3 hours or something like that. So that's what we did. We went up for the 3K hours. We did, marathons like this to get to our goals. And then we did a giveaway, which will probably be in November. That's when I would do the giveaway. Just because you got to let the hours be there for a week to make that, they say, stick. But, as long as they're there a week and everything and all that good stuff, YouTube sends you the information that you need, then you're good to go. So But yeah, and I've only been paid twice from YouTube, and that was just through members and super chats because I haven't gotten to 4K hours yet. So I don't make anything on AdSense. So if you see the ad, that's I'm not making anything. So, but I have seen that they have increased showing the ads on my channel. So that probably means I'm getting close. That would be nice. I keep looking up at the chat. So see if there's anybody else in there. So we were watching Rudolph, and we, just enjoying each other and singing the songs. And I wanted to tell Anastasia, I'll tell her tomorrow night, the story of Rudolph. And I said, while it was before the movie, I told her, this story is older than the movie. She looked at me so funny. I'm like, yeah, this story is older than the movie. The movie is not, it's from the story, but it's not. The movie's not the original as far as when it first came out. So, and then just listen to the wind and the rain. It's like, oh my goodness. She was so involved with the movie, she didn't hear the wind and the rain, which was good. Yeah, you're laughing. It's so funny. Yeah, I really didn't work on a lot of stuff today. Yes and no. More cleaning up around, straightening up, doing dishes, putting stuff away, and stuff like that. And other things. I didn't upload videos. So I gotta do that tomorrow. Upload and edit videos. So I'm just trying to figure out well, I don't know if it's from beginning to take my vitamins when my knee started to ache. That's a possibility. Because I've been forgetting to take them. Because I put my son right here by my cup, and I'm like, I'll take them here in a few minutes and then get something to eat and start doing things. And then I realized at 9 o'clock at night, I didn't take my vitamins. So I took my vitamins. It's my vitamin D3 and my multivitamin B complex. And I can tell you, for me personally, I can tell the difference. And I definitely can tell the difference not taking them. Like, oh my goodness. And I had to have it. I missed out on the mullein, so I need to order me some more of that because that helps also. I found that it's helped me out. with the general aches and everything. And then it's also supposed to be good for coughing and your lungs, help with your lungs. So, but the reason why I take mullein, it helps me with the body aches. So I'm like, yeah, I need to take that again. But these, because these are the small ones, so these will be like either the X's or the O's and everything. You can do mine. I can do. I've been looking at my containers out back, and I think one is a turnip. No, I have to look at my book. I wrote down what I planted, and I mean, I probably could sit there and go get it. And it's been raining. It was cold. Some of it did all right. Some of the cold weather crops didn't do. Like they say, I'm supposed to be cold weather crops and be all right in the cold weather. And in the wintertime, the carrots didn't do nothing. Neither the mustard green. It's still just a little. I was like, what in the world? There's supposed to be this mammoth mustard greens out there. It's like, oh, that has some good stuff. No. The dishes. Sure, come on and do your dishes. Have a party. I thought about that one time a long time ago. I can't remember if it was in the church youth group we did that or not. I know we went over to a couple people's houses helping with different stuff. I know one time we had a pancake party in one of our friends' houses. But I know we used to go and help people in the church. I know one of our Sunday school teachers, we loved her house. Oh my goodness, they had these secret. They did. They had a kind of like a secret room and passageway, but they had bought the house. It was like that already, and I was like, oh man, we loved it. It was so cool. And there goes the fire department again, all afternoon and all this evening. I've been hearing them. I'm like, oh my goodness. People just slow down when it rains. That's all they need to do. And it doesn't take much. You can be driving 35 miles an hour and you can hydroplane. It's just the way the oil and everything is mixed with the water. Remember learning about that in driver's ed. Supposed to turn the wheel, supposed supposed to be one way or the other, the opposite way or into the slide. I just never did. I just like, hello, a moment in the word. How are you, Mr. Darian? My lights just flickered. Because like I said, I just heard the fire engines and ambulances going down the road. So, there they go again. Now, I was on Instagram just a little while ago. At least at Yoga Hollow Farm, they've had bad weather, and a tree fell on the pigs. The pigs' house barn thing that they have for them, but none of them got hurt, so that was a good thing. I was like, oh my goodness. See, that's the thing that here is that the ground is so wet with the snow and soaked. How easy is it for a tree to fall? No, just to fall over with the wind. Oh my goodness, that wind was so bad today. And then they're calling for us to have snow tonight. The temperatures are supposed to start dropping because this is a cold front coming through again. And so by 3 or 4 o'clock, they keep changing it. By 5 or 6 o'clock, we're supposed to have snow. I am making I'm going to put these together, and it's going to be a tic-tac-toe blanket. So that these are the blocks. So I'll be X's with these, and the O's will be the pinks. So I'm just sewing these tail ends in. So when I sew the blanket together, I'm not trying to sew them all in at the same time. So, Anastasia and I were watching Rudolph, just singing along. And then as you get older, you notice the little things here and there that, back then they did that pretty good on the animation. But, as you're older, you can see the little things that they missed or couldn't correct at the time. One of them was and it's just cute. All right, when they were at the Abominable Snowman's, and Hermie has taken all his teeth out, and they show him underneath the Abominable Snowman, and he's talking. His mouth's there, then his mouth isn't there. So it was cute. And there was a couple things I saw. I didn't say anything to Anastasia. I was just like, you know what? I'm not saying anything. She didn't see it. And I thought that was cute. But it's fun to go back and see different things like that. That was like with Charlie Brown. They didn't have time to go back and correct anything. The only thing they corrected was Charles Schulz's name. They had put a T at the end of his name, and it's no T there. Because I always thought in my mind Charles Schulz, but it's Charles Schulz. There's no T there. So I know then probably at one time or another I had seen it with the T there, and that's what stuck in my mind. That's how his name was spelled. So it could have been in the comics. I don't know, when they give the name of the author in a comic strip, it could have been a typo then or so. But I think it's pretty cool. Oops. Can do that. Yeah, I just showed everybody the chat for going through YouTube glitch. So I have to watch the chat on my phone. I was like, when I set it up, it was fine. So, and then another song that Clarice sang. There's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. Believing of coming. There's always tomorrow. Da 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 da. Believing. I just sung that song. We all pretend the rainbow has an end, and you'll be there, my friend, someday. There's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. There's so much time in a day. We all pretend the rainbow has an end, and you'll be there, my friend, someday. There's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. There's so little time in a day. Yep, they go high on that note at the end, and I'm just like, nope, nope, not me. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. La 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 la, da 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 dum. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yours, faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the fate allows. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Now, I happened to pulled up my YouTube earlier and everything. And sometimes you like the home page, or if it's just YouTube, and they show you random channels and everything else. I'm going to look and see what it is, what the channel name is. I'll get it in just a minute. But apparently, they called it a Jesus parade in New York City. I don't know what day they had it, but the floats, oh my goodness gracious, they were so beautiful. I'll go get the link and put it in the chat here in just a minute. But I was like, I didn't even know they did that. I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting to see. Now, Misha was doing her devotion, Thursday's Thoughts today, and I was listening to it, and she was talking about the little song we sang in Sunday school. The wise man built his house upon a rock. The wise man built his house upon a rock. The wise man built his house upon a rock, and the rains came tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. Rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up, and the house on the rock stood firm. So when she sat there and said that, it made me remember what song my grandma loved. My hope is built on nothing less but Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest thing, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. On Christ's side, then walk I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand. I don't remember the other verses unless I look it up. But that was her song, and she got me to play on the piano every time she came around. So I was like, I know what the song is, but I couldn't remember off the top of my head the other night. The other part of that song is the foolish man built his house upon the sand. Foolish man built his house upon the sand. Foolish man built his house upon the sand. The rains came tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up, and the house on the sand went splat. Let's see if I want to do it like that. That way I have this one. Yeah, that'd be fine. So build your life on the Lord Jesus Christ. So build your life on the Lord Jesus Christ. So build your life on the Lord Jesus Christ, and the blessings will come down. Blessings come down as the prayers go up. The blessings come down as the prayers go up. The blessings come down as the prayers go up. So build your house on the Lord. That's the song we used to sing. I'm trying to figure out. I'll just go in this way. Oh, let's see here. Oh my goodness, there they go again. I don't know if y'all can hear them or not. All right. I know we're right by the hospital, but I'm just like, oh my goodness. I don't think it's the I don't think it's the fire department. I think it's the police. That happened last night. Oh my goodness, they were going on. I am not going to look. Last night after we got off the live, they were up in here somewhere. I'm just like, nope, those days are gone. I ain't not going to go look. I like, nope. Yep, that's a police chase going on. As long as they don't come in through here, we're good. People just doing stupid things this time of year. And that's not just one, not just one cup. It's like several of them. It's raining. What in the world are people thinking? Yeah, because of course, back in the day, I didn't ever get, we go look and watch. That was about it. But then anyhow, they asked, "Did you see anything? You witness?" Nope, I ain't seen nothing. All right. Do this. Bring it around. And we've got two bunks sewn together. And I'll just weave this in. That way it will stay. And the thing is, anything that happens on in this area where we live and everything, that's not in the news. No, not in the news at all. Which way, I don't mind whatsoever. It was probably the fire engines, and because fire departments and the police have different sirens. So one was probably a fire engine going out. But that right there, that wasn't the fire department. Because, say if you go that way behind me, there's two gas stations. Go that way, you've got the fire department and the hospital. But over here is like a little shopping center that has like a drive-through thing where you can go through, drive through and get soda and stuff and everything. Then little stores right there, but that's not where they were at. And then we're going down the road. Alright, so we got 2 blocks together. So we'll get 3. Let's do this one. Alrighty. And then Burl Ives, he was the one singing this, doing the snowman and Rudolph. So have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Okay. I hope the lights are not flickering. Won't be as even as I hope it to be, but that's alright. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Everyone wishes for silver and gold. How can you measure its worth? Just by the pleasure it gives here on earth. Silver and gold, silver and gold means so much more when you see silver and gold decorations on every Christmas tree. Now there's a speaking part in that song. Most of the time we never say the speaking part because that was I was saying this so I'll have to look that part up. But silver and gold means so much more Will you see silver and gold decorations on every Christmas tree? Now, I'll have to find the picture and show y'all. So I'll have to go out of the chat. But my mom had these, oh my goodness, mistletoe snowmen. Okay. All right. So now that we got 3. So now I'll add 3. This will keep on going. So I'll add this side. Let me see if I can find that. It was a snowman. Snowman mistletoe. Snowman mistletoe. Oh my goodness. There it is. Yes. Oh my goodness. It's on eBay. Oh my God. Y'all remember these? What the world? Those right there. My mom had these. Oh my goodness. I love that stuff. Oh my goodness. I was like, oh, that's only $20. That's not bad at all. Oh my goodness. She had 2 of them. And we would hang those up when from coming to the living room into the kitchen, the front door right there. That's where we would hang it up right there. And if you weren't kissing somebody underneath the mistletoe, we would try and make it because it had chimes on it, had the chimes. So we were, making a chime. I was like, I was like, I wonder if anybody has those still. I do have a candle, the solid candle thing, but it doesn't work anymore. Even with the new batteries in it, I don't know what happened to it. One of the connecting things inside don't work. So next year I'll see about getting some more. Do it this way. That way I can pull it out longer if I need it. Yeah, that'd be all right. And just sew it back and forth. But yeah, it's like I was talking about. We see the new thing, and for this year and stuff. But we always look back at the older stuff. My mom had light bulbs. They were on a string, and I guess it was like a '60s thing, whatever. But they're about this big around, about that big around. Had like a little part like this, and then it connected to the light. Oh, like, and we were going through stuff one year, And I'm like, where are these? She goes, oh, we don't use those anymore. I said, can I use it? I decorated my room. My back window faced the backyard, but also oh my goodness, faced one of the main roads that was to our neighborhood. So that's what I did. I took a poster board and I wrote Merry Christmas on it and decorated and everything, put it in my window, and then took the lights and put the lights around that. And you could see it from the road. So that's what I was like, that's what I wanted to do. So people can see it. I did that for several years. And then my mom she really liked Victorian age stuff. So as we got older, we didn't put up the color lights anymore. She got herself a pre-lit white Christmas tree. I was like, but it was pretty because of the way she decorated it. But I always love the colored lights. I like the lights blinking. So, Anastasia, I asked her earlier, do you want to have the silent lights or blinking lights? So she chose to put the lights blinking that faded from the white to the color. Her daddy goes, I didn't buy a Christmas tree with color lights just so it'd be white lights on there. So that's why we changed it to that. But I got to laughing at him. I'm like, don't you realize where you got that from? You got that from me. Every single tree that we've ever had, even when he was born, was always the color lights. So, and then we had, remember the trees that you had to color coordinate the stem to the base of the tree, and you color coordinate with the limbs in there to put the tree together. It's like, oh my goodness. That was one of the best parts of Christmas was putting that tree together. And then my mom had a church. Oh, it was a one. It was this big and like this, and it had a steeple and a bell in it, and it had the music box that you wind up and it plays Silent Night. And Anastasia used to do this, so it reminded me when I was little. She could lay underneath the tree, and I would lay underneath the tree while she's putting it, decorating it, and I would wind that up and play Silent Night. And our cat, when I got the cat, he would get up in the tree, but he wouldn't knock anything down. He'd just sit there and look at everything. All right, so now make sure this looks all right. So then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 6. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna put that middle. Oh, we'll keep going. I'll figure out where we're gonna put the brown block at. So now we're gonna need one of these. So here comes the trick. Because not only do you have to sew it to this part, you've got to sew these two ends together. So And that's why I like, do you figure out to do these ends first? So I go like that, and then this bottom, that piece. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So together like this first. And it's just fun memories and stuff like that. Now, every Christmas Eve, and we still do it because it's a tradition I started when I'll say like 5 or 6 at least, probably. But because apparently they never rode around to look at Christmas lights. And I was like, we need to go. That's what I want to do on Christmas Eve. And that started that way back then. And I was, every Christmas Eve, because the tree was put up the day after Thanksgiving. And the reason that was because that's the day my mom had off from work. So she put the tree up before she went to work. So that became a tradition. We put the Christmas tree up the day after Thanksgiving. So, and then Christmas Eve, I wanted to go look at lights. So that's what we did. We got in the car, we would go look at lights and everything. And one year, I'm trying to remember. All right, so I created a fire in the fireplace one winter. All right, so 1988. We had a creosote fire, I guess, I don't want to say before Thanksgiving or so. And the fire, no, our fire department, I got so mad at them because they put I didn't want to do it like that. They put the water down the chimney instead of putting foam down the chimney. And they had foam. Even though it was an engine truck, they had foam. They could sit there and we only had water. I'm like, no, you don't. I was telling where there was. He just looked at me so funny because the firefighters that we knew, by that time they had retired and everything, so there were new ones. And I'm like, no, you do this, this, and this, and this, and there's your. So they cracked the flue up at the top, but my dad still used the fireplace. So my mom, my oldest sister, and I, we went riding looking at lights that night, Christmas Eve. So this was after that one, because that happened. Like I said, that was probably somewhere between after Halloween and before Thanksgiving, and because it was cold outside. So my dad and my brother didn't want to go. We said okay, so we went and everything. I've been gone for a couple of hours, and we turned. We went in the bottom street, and as we turned to go up our street, we saw the fire department leaving. But we couldn't tell if it was from our house or his house. It was right there. So we get on, we get in, we get inside. And my mom asked, well, who is the fire department for? Because they won't go and tell us. They, if we had not seen the fire department, they won't go and tell us that they were there. And sure enough, the chimney had caught on fire again. What my dad did, he went in, cleaned it out, started another one. I was like, oh my goodness. So, yeah, he still used it for years. But those years in the early 80s, so we were glad we had it. We lost power. We cooked on that wood stove. We did that a lot, whether it was the power outage or not. Especially beans. Cooking beans on a wood stove. Oh my goodness, they turned out so well. With a piece of ham in there or bacon. That would turned out so good. Alright, so we got this one. And then we're going to this around and weave this in. And that's based on a lot of rain in places. If you come across high water, turn around, don't drown. I know from experience. It's not fun. Thinking, oh, water's not that deep and things. We moved to Missouri. We went riding around. We went through this neighborhood and we get down to the bottom. There's people looking at us weird, whatever. Nobody told us, it was flooded down at the hill or whatever. Nothing. So we get down and so we go down and it's high water and I can tell it is. And my oldest son goes, oh, there ain't nothing. We can go through it. I'm like, no. Do you not remember what happened a few years ago? In the van, and we don't have a van. We had a Chevrolet Impala then. He goes, oh, yeah. So I did a 4-point turn, turned that car around, and went right back up the hill. I'm like, I don't think so. I am not going through that water. We had Gaston come through in Virginia in 2003 when I went to the rescue squad the next day and everything. People were telling me what happened that night and the rescues they were on and everything. They would go, Nancy, you should have been here. I say, you know what? I called and I asked, did they need me? Because I could sit there at 4:30 telling my boss it's bad enough the rescue squad is calling me in. But no, we're all right. We don't need you. We got enough people. Like, okay. Thank you, Lord. He kept me safe. I would have been freaking out. All right. So one place the water got high was a trailer park because it sits low where how the road is and everything. And so it wasn't even near a creek. It was just that the water had nowhere else to go. So the water rose. And two of the guys that I ride with, one was like almost like 5'7", 5'8", and the other guy's probably 5'5", maybe a little bit taller than me. And they go, Nancy, the water was up to here. I'm like, thank you. I'm glad I did not show up. He goes, why? I said, because I've already drowned once or almost drowned once. And I was thinking, I'm not doing that again. He goes, what? I'm like, yeah, I almost drowned once. He goes, I said, and I would have told y'all I'll be standing right here at the unit. And when y'all bring the people here, I'll be right there waiting. So what happened was, in 1987, when I graduated from high school, but we've probably been going a couple of years. One of my mom's customers that would come through her line, she owned a condo in Nags Head, North Carolina. And the weeks that they didn't want whatever, she told my mom to pick. So we got to go down to Nags Head, North Carolina. Back then it was really inexpensive, but in their condo and all. So I was like, oh wow, it was really cool. They had a pool, it was see the beach and everything. So I knew how to swim. I was a good swimmer and everything. So I was out there. And the waves, the current wasn't really bad. It was a nice day. So I'm out there. My brother comes down. He has a float. I looked at him and said, "You gonna go on that float in the ocean?" He goes, "Yeah, that'd be all right. I can." I'm like, "Okay." Now, granted, at this time he was sitting there getting ready to go into the Navy. I said, "You can have that water out there. I ain't going out there with those sharks." So he goes, "All right." So riding the waves, and you go out a little bit, and then you jump up and then ride the waves in. And we're out there for maybe an hour or so, doing good and everything. I just happened to when I came in that last time, instead of facing back out to the water, I was facing the beach. So, and I went to get up, and as soon as I stood up, my brother yells my name. He goes, "Watch out!" And a wave came and got me. So I was like, okay. So I was able to stand up, but by that time, there was another one, and then another one, and so the undercurrent got me, and it was pulling me. Well, I went into, you go to grab something to hold on so you're not going anywhere. And my hands just went and was in the sand and going, there's nothing to grab. And I'm trying to yell and scream. Water's going up my nose and down in my mouth. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, what? I'm like, Lord. And I was like, I heard a firefighter friend tell us that if that ever happens, just relax. Um, Not so much back then about swimming sideways, but relax and the water will take you back up to the shore. So that's what I did. And and it did. It took me right back up to the shore. And I was just when I got there, got up, I was coughing, I was hacking. Oh my goodness, there was so much stuff and everything. My brother was asking me if I'm all right, and I'm just shaking my head yes and giving him thumbs up. Well, maybe 15 feet from me was this couple with two small girls. And the man and the woman just sitting there staring at watching the whole thing happen. I was so mad at them. I looked at them and they looked at me. I said, I hope nothing like this happens to y'all. Thanks a lot for the help and almost let me drown. I was so mad. I walked out. I told my brother, I said, you can have it. I am not getting back into the ocean. No, that was it. I'll go get in the pool. So I went in. I told them what happened. I said, from now on, I'll be at the pool if you need me or whatever. No, if not till we went shopping and stuff like that, or if I just wanted to come back inside. So I was at the pool, had the pool all to myself. I was like, I like this idea. So a little while later, I'm inside. My mom goes, "Where's your brother?" I said, "I don't know." I said, his idea was to have a float and go be on a float in the ocean. She goes, "Oh, no." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." So it wasn't too long after that. He comes in. She goes, "Where have you been?" He goes, "Well," let me tell you what happened. He goes, he was on the float. He was doing well. He accidentally fell asleep. I'm like, how you fall asleep on the float? Because it was one of those long floats. They're like, it's like, how did you fall asleep? Because I just fell asleep. Because I just fell asleep. He goes, when I looked up, he goes, everybody was this small. That's how far he had floated out into the ocean. He was so far out that he saw sharks. He goes, and they were swimming around me. Oh, funny. But that's funny. So, she goes, so what'd you do? He goes, I just took my hands and paddled slowly with my hands back to shore and everything. I was like, I told you. I did. I said, I told you it was going to happen. He goes, I know. I was like, now, do you still want to go into the Navy? He goes, yes, I do. I was like, you can have it. I'm like, I don't think so. So, kudos. I have very much respect for those who are in the Navy because, having that almost drowned and that feeling, oh no, no way. So, it took me a long time. Even in a pool, if someone got near my feet, forget it. I get out. Like, nope, you're not pulling me in. I know what that feeling is like. That ain't happening. So, I think, see, that happened in 88. So 12 years later, 88, 12. Let's see, 88. Or maybe 89. That was 89. No, 88. That was my senior year. I just graduated from high school. 88. So probably about 1999, 2000, we would go to Buckrow Beach. So that's a place we like to go to. Anybody knows that in Virginia, Buckrow Beach. So, but the almost drowning was at Nag's Head. So I took my two sons, my niece and nephew, who went down to Buckrow Beach. Now, if somebody's in the water having problems, I have no issues whatsoever because that's the EMT in me going in and grabbing the person. Just that, but for me to get to go in there and enjoy and whatever, forget it. But they were in there. I said, "Y'all get your feet wet. Do you know this, that, and the other?" Oh, come on, mom. Come on, Nancy. Oh my goodness. I got to her like maybe my knees for a few minutes and I told them, y'all have fun. But I'm here in case something happens. I was like, mm-mm. So yeah, I almost drowned. Um, thank God it's only been once. I definitely do not like that whatsoever. All right, I'm getting these tails in here. So how sometimes these other people, when they sew things together and don't have bulky in the middle, that's a good question because I don't know. I just know I just do it the way I see it in my mind. Alright, so now we got those together. So I need to put one more here, and then I'll put the brown in that middle. That's what we're doing. Alrighty. So, alrighty. Now I got sew these two together. And then, yep, sew those two together like that. And then sew it to this one. Alrighty. Well, see, I want to put it on the hook, and I could have done it with the crochet hook, but that doesn't. I don't like doing it like that. Alrighty. We begin like this. So we do have, see, there's like a retirement home type thing right down the street here. So sometimes the fire department will be going there, especially if the engine gets there before the paramedics can get there. But now that was no sirens coming in here tonight. And that's why when I sat there and when I was an EMT and got on the top of that Jersey wall and then looked down and saw that water, I was like, that flashback of, oh, no, no, that ain't happening. And that water was just too fast anyway. And I'd have gone right straight to the James River. No. So like I said, when they say turn around, don't drown, don't think your car can get through that water. And you see people, storm chasers, they're trained a whole lot, especially Reed Timmer and stuff. Oh my goodness, he's been doing that for like 30 years or more now. So, but even the most experienced people can have an off day. Yeah. I have a van. Water's not that deep. It was up to my driver's side window, my driver's side door window. I'm like, okay, because what happened was Gaston stalled over top of Virginia in that area, and it did not move. It was supposed to just come up and go on through. So it dumped inches of rain. So when you have a creek that's like 80 feet deep and the water is over top of that, plus, it's even to that, then it's going up hills to an apartment complex and roads and bridges being washed away. That's a lot of water. Because places we ain't never ever seen. We've seen water get up to bridges and everything, but never seen Powhite Parkway underwater. And we had what's called the 9th Street Bridge, which is the tallest bridge, was the tallest bridge in Richmond. I think it was back in the 70s. It had to be 74, 73, 74. There was a bad flood, and we were able to, it's called Riverside Drive, and you could go and look. And I remember us going down there and looking and watching cows floating down the river. And I'm like, I want to go home. Of course not. They have to go down Cherokee Road, which is right by the river. And the water was up to the road. And here I am I am just panicking in the car. So say, even back then, I did not like water. Mm-mm. But like I said, it's something different when you know somebody needs help and you're going to go, the rescue part of your mind clicks in and everything. So, yeah. So me being a lifeguard, the years I was a lifeguard, it didn't bother me because one, I really didn't have to be in the water. But when it came, come down to it, I didn't have any hesitation to sit there and go help somebody. But like I said, hardly anybody ever came to the pool. Why, we have no idea, but that was pretty fun. So those were the years I was doing EMS. Alrighty, so now we'll put this together. And you sit here thinking, oh, this should take long. Da, 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 da. It does. Takes a little bit longer than you think. Alrighty, where am I at? Okay, so I gotta cut this off. Yeah. So this part in. And it's still pouring outside. I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm hearing it hit the back window or the living room window and all. And I'm just like, I thought it was supposed to stop by now. No, it's still raining. And we have creeks and all here in Ohio that flood. And everything. So I'm just like, oh my goodness. Alrighty. On to the next section. And I don't need to do it like, I'm going to crochet it. Let's see here. Get a long enough tail over here at the end. So I'm going to try to get the corner right here all together. now so that there we go. Maybe that will work. Maybe that'll be long enough. If not, I'll just fix it. Start weaving, going back and forth. That should be enough. Alrighty. I'm gonna dash in through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. All the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha, bells are about to ring, making spirits bright. Fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is right, go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight, sing the sleighing song. Just get about tonight, 244 speed, and hitch them to an open sleigh. But you take the lead. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride. You see Miss Fanny Bright, I seen her by my side. The horse was leaning like 244 speed. He got into a drifting bacon. Oh, he got upside or something like that. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one-horse open sleigh. Over the river, through the woods, to Grandmother's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh to the right. Through the snow, over the river and through the woods. How the wind does blow, stings the toes and bites the nose, as over the ground we go. Over the river and through the woods, to Grandmother's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh to the right. Through the snow, over the river and through the woods. How the wind does blow, stings the toes and bites the nose, as over the ground we go. Now, if there's people in the chat, my chat's frozen. So I'll catch up here in a minute. It does that on my phone. Because I'm looking like, hey, nothing's moving. So I'm just like, well, maybe it's stopped. All right, so let me put this down for a minute. There we go. Oh, thank you, Robin. Hey, Rebecca. I'm just leave that going. There we go. Oh, goodness, I gotta move my honey around so I don't get so stuffed. What's on my knee? We're not going to have, well, supposedly we're not having a white Christmas because the weather is supposed to be, okay, it's supposed to, it got warm today, 50, around 50, which is a warm front. Ooh. And then it's, but this is the cold coming back again. And then, right, so we got 6. So now we're going to put, oh my goodness, I just did not do that. Yes, I did. Ah, I have to do it over again. Ah, dee 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 dee. What is? Oh my goodness. Anastasia's gone to bed. Well, it's just one block. I'll leave that tail just like that. So if she tells me to fix it, I'll fix it. I did that one. Just All right. So now we need to do 1, 2. This one and this one. Make sure I do the other ones right. Okay, Dobby. Do that like that. That comes down. All right. Yeah. That one should be the right way. We'll just have one block the opposite way. So here, go down. Yep. There we go. We'll just have one block the opposite way. And I'm wondering now if I've got enough. I made enough. Hey, Jane Doe, how you doing? All right. Okay, I really do. I need to get up, move around for a moment. Oh, maybe not. Ah, that popped earlier, and I lay down to try to stretch it out, and it did okay. See, that's my good leg too. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. Try and get this knee to pop and everything. Now last night, yesterday, I was waiting for UPS was supposed to deliver a thing. 10:18 last night. I looked at my email this morning. It was at the door at 10:18. I was still upstairs. They answered. They never knocked on the door last night that they dropped a package. Oh my goodness! Do you have the same thing I do? I was doing okay until like 12:30 or so this afternoon when this rain came in. Yeah, well, the rain came in, and I'm just like, but my niece never done this. So this is unusual. So I'm just like, okay, so what's the thing I stopped where I stopped was I was fixing my castor oil. I sit down and I can't. Alright. So I made me a new one. So this is how you know if the stuff you're using doing it works or not. I have not put this on my knees and everything for like 4 days or so. Now I know it works. And that's like, oh my goodness. So I put on my Tiger Balm stuff. That worked for a while. Especially with the, menthol and everything helps clear up your sinuses and all. I'll let you in on a joke. My left knee kind of didn't want me to walk earlier today. Yeah. Well, it's like I've been up and down the steps and everything. I was putting stuff away. And then this all of a sudden, it was like I went to get up. Like I didn't step wrong or anything. I was like, what in the world's going on? Because they got home before it started raining and everything. So I was like, okay, what's that deal? And then it started raining. Well, it's been kind of drizzling, but like raining. And I'm like, oh. So we can tell the weather better than the other people. This is so funny, I know. Oh, so they're supposed to have packages delivered today. And so I was like, my daughter-in-law asked, she goes, what time are you going to bed? I said, probably like 1, 2 o'clock. I said, y'all know I'm doing Marathon Live so I can get my hours. She goes, okay. She goes, could you please check and see? So I was like, oh, let me go check. So that's something I can do to get up and move this knee around. Because, I don't, oh my goodness. All right. Just push. All right. It's still 66 degrees in here. And that's why we have it set on 62. Another package at the front door. We'll go check the back door. Yeah, I don't think they're going to deliver it today. Nope. Not there either. That one's the easy one. It's got a window. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the restroom. I better just grab the other one too. Alrighty. Maybe I should have been using both canes all day long. There we go. Oh, it's not the going down, it's the getting up. Alrighty. Let me put that there. Whoop. Whoops. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. Right. Oh well. So, this side to this side. Like this. Hold it with your chin. Because sometimes the chin doesn't get to work out as much. So you hold things with the chin. I'm really not that tired. So, see, here's the rest of that yarn. I should have enough. Alrighty. Yeah, we've been having a good time. I've been telling more stories. I was watching a short on YouTube, and the preacher, he was going, not everything that Jesus did is in the Bible, and he even says so. He goes, because it says, if it did, there would not be enough books to contain what he did. And he goes, that's the same thing for you and me. He goes, we don't write everything about our lives. He goes, we wouldn't live long enough to read it. I laugh at it. And I was laughing at that because I was thinking, right? Part about long enough being to read it is the part of remembering everything to put in the book. Oh, because, Anastasia did for a long time. I don't know anymore. I have to ask her. She can remember things when she was like 2 years old and stuff, and everything. We just looked at her like, you remember that? And she would be very detailed about it. I was like, okay, dokie. Now I have a memory, and my sister told me I was like 6 months old, but I don't know. I remember they had this flowered chair. And it's not a recliner, but I got kind of like it wasn't a lazy boy, but that type of big chair. And I said, I remember trying to pick the flowers off the chair. She goes, so she told me that what chair it was and everything. She goes, but you were 6 months old on that chair. I'm like, I don't know. That's what I remember. So I think it's just cool how some things we remember and some things we don't. Let me turn this around this way. Either to line up. edges. That's I'm like, you know, you know. That's like some songs I remember to play by heart, and some songs I do not. Some of them I still need the music in front of me so I can play it. Now we were they call it journaling now. It used to be a diary when I was growing up. I tried so many times. I write in a diary, and I started, and then it'd be months before I wrote it. And I did the same thing with journaling. Write down. I do good for a few weeks or so, and then forget the next day. And I was like, some people they can do it every single day. I, I do good when I start, and then it just stops. I guess my journaling is I put down on I'll write the date and a to-do list. That's my journaling. I go back and go, oh, I was supposed to be doing this, this, and this on this day. Like, whoops. So what I have now, I have I can get this without knocking everything else down. That's the So I got me one of these. It's a calendar thing to, they're writing every day. I go in once. I start at the beginning of the month and put in, the days that they're supposed to be for the year. And what I'm supposed to be doing on those days. That's like Hillsdale College has free online classes. Well, that was my part of my goal this year was to get some of those get a lot of it done. I got one done, the one of Charles Dickens, because he's not my favorite author, but he is one of my favorites because of A Christmas Carol. My favorite author is Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and I do have the collection of all his works because they got that for me one year for Christmas. So I have all that. But yeah, they have a thing about Charles Dickens and everything. And I finished the course and you get a certificate that you can print off. So I'll need to print that off. Sorry, doing all dozing off now, y'all. All righty, see you later. Thank you. So I am going to go start going by a schedule because there's things I want to do. I want to do those classes, and oh my goodness, they've got so many things from got math, and they have about history. They have like learning about our American government, uh, about children's books, Charles Dickens. Um, they have a mathematics class, physics class, chemistry, all kinds of stuff. 4. Right. Yeah. I got that one right. I should have looked. Oh well, that's all right. Alrighty. Oh, before I cut it. Here we go. All right. So, yeah, because I want to get those classes done. Um, I am getting Nicole Apelian another book of hers so I can do another class of hers, herbal class, because I want to get that done also. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well. Yep, I'm going to do this. Cut. So I'll be doing that at the beginning, next year. And then working on the cookbook. So I definitely got to make a plan and stick to it. All right, now let's see here. Do I want to put, I know I want to put right there. I want to put this one right here. We're going to put this one in the middle. When that flips up, it'll be like that. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. We're one whistling among the leaves of green. Here we go with Carolina. La 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 dee. Love and joy come to you, and to you also too. And God bless you and send you Happy New Year. And God bless you a Happy New Year. Yeah, the chat part on YouTube, straight through YouTube, messed up. So I have to have chat up on my phone so that I can see that, so that I can't look up any stories to tell you. Hey, Joy and Donnie. Hope your cookbook makes you very blessed. I hope so too. There's a lot of stuff out there, but God has a way of working things out. So I've been talking to Joy and Donnie, and I told Joy, I've always wanted my own restaurant. She goes, that's ironic. Well, not kind of like ironic, but because Donnie has wanted them, they want like a bread and breakfast type thing. And I'm just like, the Lord's timing and the right timing and this, that, and the other. And I really believe this is the way I feel. My feelings is I'm waiting for that restaurant and the stuff to be done. And I think the other day I was just sitting there thinking and just talking to the Lord. And I'm like, because I'm waiting for the cookbook to be done. And I'm just thinking, ooh, maybe that's what I need. Okay, so, because opening a restaurant costs a lot of money. And I'm just like, I don't have that money. But, the Lord can do miracles. He can do whatever he wants. Sometimes he's waiting for you to go forward to that next step. So that next step is that cookbook. And I have put this cookbook off for years. I keep saying, I would say, don't you, I'm making a cookbook. I'm writing a cookbook. And, then something else comes up. And it's been like, well, I just, my back hurt. Or I was in the hospital on this surgery or that surgery. It was, well, the surgery is one of the excuses, but other things. And I'm like, I was going to have it. I have a little one done. And maybe that's not what I was supposed to do as a little one, little cookbook. So I want to sit down probably the week after Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving. What is after Thanksgiving? Hey? After Thanksgiving. After Christmas. And start, because I already started again, making notes and everything when I cook on the cooking channel of what I'm doing and everything, the measurements and everything. So that can be in the cookbook. But I'm like, really figure out what I want in it and how much I want in it. How many pages do you want in it? Because so take the Biscuit cookbook over there. And some of them are 50 pages, some of them are 100 pages. You got some that are, more than that. And to see exactly how many pages do I want in there, how many sections do you want to put the measurements so people can, like a measurement chart in there so they can figure out something like 2/4 cups make a half cup and 3/4 cups make a full cup and, stuff like that. Or do, 1/3 cups and make a full cup if you only had 1/3 of a cup. And put those little tidbits in there and everything. That's a lot of work. Donnie wanted to put out his recipes for years. Yeah, exactly. We had a lot of dreams. Yes, we do have a lot of dreams in common. I'm just like, I've always wanted a restaurant. So that was something that God put in my heart a long, long time ago. And see, this is how I know God put something in your heart. So, I wanted a restaurant, but I wanted to have this also, like, take an old warehouse or whatever. And like the bottom floor would be the restaurants and the top floor would be like gaming stuff and everything. And people could just hang out because by the time, I was in late teens, 19, 20 and everything, the places for us to go hang out with or hang out at, we couldn't do anymore and everything. So I was like, it'd be nice if we had something. So that was my dream back when I was like 1988, 89. So when people kept telling me, oh, that wouldn't work and too much codes and this, that, and the other, and how many people you could have in it and everything else and this, that, and the other. Well, I would say, all right, stay on the stage. 6 years ago? 5, 6 years ago? When it comes to the old Macy's, I want to say, that's not Kid Zone. Now I gotta look it up. All right. It is called, oh my goodness. Scene 75. Okay. They have all that stuff in there. They've got games. They've got a mini roller coaster. Um, it's the old Macy's they took, and they've got food places in there. They have, in one part of it, it is a bar, but they can't take the drinks out on the floor or nothing. But they have rooms where you can have pizza parties and all the stuff and everything. And the first time we went, I looked at my son. I said, "Yep, it didn't want to work, huh?" He looked at me. He goes, "What?" I said, "This was my dream back when I was 20 years old, and I was told it wouldn't work." He looked at me. He goes, "What? Who told you that?" I said, "Who do you think told me that?" "My family." "Oh, that would never work. You know, don't do that." La 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 la. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's called Scene 75. Y'all look that up. That's exactly what my dream I had planned in my mind of what I wanted to do. I could have been filthy rich. Now, you know what? I'll still be filthy rich. I'd rather the Lord Jesus on my side. So I was like, "Oh, that's all right, that's A-okay. Because the Lord has other plans." So I am, like I said, probably not, I'm looking for this. um, After Christmas, I'll see how, because I said I am going live every day until December 31st, every night. And so let's get this side, get this like this. All right. So at the first of the year, I'm gonna take that planner thing. I'm gonna sit down and write every single day what I'm supposed to be doing, because I like I told y'all with the food allergy, the meat and everything, like the Lord tapped sitting right there, and I was sitting there thinking, I've been, because you could supposed to be able to find investors and this, that, and the other, and I was like, how can I have a restaurant if I don't have a menu? Or And I'm just like, I could just hear the Holy Spirit. "Well, I'm waiting for you to do the cookbook." I'm like, "Okay, wow. I think I put that off too long, and now I'll be working on that cookbook." That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Hi, Missy. So Joy was telling me, and because she's heard this suggestion, you take a like a poster board or a cork board or whatever, and you put on there, um, oh, what's it called? Some people do it for traveling, or the places they want to go travel and everything. Because you put that there and put it on there and see what you want to do. It's like, "Yeah, I know, that's all I need to do." Inspiration board. Something like that. Yeah. Something that remind me I'm supposed to be doing this this today. So like today, instead of editing videos, which I knew would take a while because I've got several, like 3 or 4 to do, but I got one that needs to have different sections put all together. And I wanted to get the kitchen cleaned up and stuff put away, and took stuff upstairs, went up the stairs, up and down several times, checked for packages, got up and down. All right. As soon as that rain started, or I went to get up and my right knee was like, not today. And I'm like, you were working just fine a few minutes ago. How come you're not working fine now? So I think it's finally stopped raining. I don't hear it no more. Well, I don't hear the wind blowing it up against the windows like it was doing. All right. I hope I have enough blocks. I was counting them the other day on the live, and I was like, I think I got enough. We shall see. If I have enough. All right, don't get tangled up. So tonight we had chili for dinner, and my son goes, "You gonna try it?" I said, "Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and try it again, because we're trying to figure out, without going to the doctor, what's going on still." So tonight he didn't put the red pepper flakes and the hot sauce and all in it, and only thing was like the tomatoes, but we always use tomatoes in our chili, canned tomatoes. And I was like halfway through my bowl, I was itching, but we were talking earlier about from Anastasia's doctor. She's one of the top allergist doctors in the state. And she goes, that's just normal for your body to do that, because it's got so used to saying, hey, this is not supposed to be here. Let's get rid of it and everything. She goes, Anastasia is one of the few people that she's seen that the only thing that she has is her, as far as things go, is the itching. She goes, because most people with food allergies, everything, she calls it like transient, whatever. Action is worse than that, because they, he telling me today that when they go, there's a little boy there doing the peanut one, and every time Anastasia tries to talk to him, he doesn't say anything to her. He goes, he's not trying to be rude. He goes, when he does the peanut, he still has a reaction that his tongue starts to swell. So he said he's sitting there with his mouth like this and his tongue like this. So it looks like it's sticking out his tongue. It's not, because it's so that they have EpiPens, everything there at the doctor's office for all these kids and adults and everything, in case they start having something going on. And that's why. All right. So she has the milk. So her updose is 3 milliliters of her organic horizon. So they sit there for an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, depends on. So it's only, she goes, her itching, her ears itching, and doctor goes, okay, that's not, she knows that's the reaction, but it's not too much of a concern, because if Anastasia was having a really bad reaction, she'd be breaking out hives all over her face and everything like she used to do when she was a baby. So, hello, Jerry and Susan, Butler Family Farm. So, my son goes, but the little boy that's doing the peanut allergy, they're trying to, help him get his body used to having peanuts. He goes, that's why he's there for an hour or so, because when they do the peanut, so it could be like just like a little smudge of peanut butter, his tongue still swells. So he's sitting here like he's trying to stick it on his tongue. I was like, oh my goodness. So, but they say she's doing so well. So by May of next year, yes, we'll still have dairy-free products and almond milk and everything, but Anastasia will have regular, like Cheez-Its and Milky Way bars, and we can use regular cheese and spaghetti and stuff and everything. So it's like it's been a long road, but they also found out that this could have been over and done with 5 years ago, because the one doctor that they kept going to said, oh, there's nothing you can do. And the new doctor was like, we've been doing this for the last 10 years, so I don't know why she said that. And she's in the same group. So I don't know if she got in trouble or not. I would think she would have. Hey, Misha. That's like, alrighty, see you later. So, yeah, that's what they've been, that was today. And then, everybody took a nap. And how I knew everybody took a nap, because it was so quiet. Nobody was playing video games or anything. And I was like, I heard a TV, but it wasn't up loud and everything. And I was like, everybody took a nap. That's all right. When it's raining, it's a good napping weather. Alrighty. Now we're going to see where we're at. Yeah, I'm set. All right. So yes, one block is not the way it's supposed to be, but we're going to leave it. Oh man, I should put this block in the middle right here. That's where it was supposed to go. Oh well, that's all right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then you would go, so like, that's all right. Anastasia are not going to worry about that. So the tic-tac-toe, we go, if you had an X here, O here, X there. So we got one block left to do. So you can do 3 in a row, or 3 across, diagonal, and 3 in the middle. So yeah, There we go. We got enough. All right. I didn't think I would have enough. All right, so let me take that off. We're going to sew that in. Yes, that worked out really well. Except for that middle block. Oh, well. Sometimes plans just change. We call it creator's choice. How are we going to do something? Make sure I remember the song, my grandmother's favorite song. It's On Solid Rock. On solid rock, like I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand. My hope is built on nothing less but Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest flame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. On Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand. She get me to play that all. You can play it again. I would play all. I think it's like 4 stanzas. And she go, you can do it again. So there we got the last one. Gotta make sure I put that one in the way I want it to be put in. Alrighty. This end like this. That way. Yep, like that. So I'll do this way first. Yes, that's a great. Oh, you got that right. I've been singing back and forth. We watched Anastasia and I watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We were supposed to watch the Polar Express, and they have Amazon Prime, but that one you had to rent. She goes, well, we won't watch it. We watch Rudolph. I said, it's on YouTube if you want to watch the Polar Express. Oh, no, that's okay. I said, I thought we had that DVD. No, I don't think we have the DVD. I'm like, I think we had the DVD somewhere. But down here, I got to take that up there to her. We do have The Year Without the Santa Claus. La, la, la. I'm Mr. Snow Miser. I'm Mr. Freeze. Ah, la, 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 la. Da, 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 da. I think it's funny because as soon as Mom got involved, they compromised really quickly. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. And now I don't remember all the words to the song, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy back peel. And you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You got termites. I don't know. See, I don't remember all the whole words. I've got to look those up. Da 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 da, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 3.5-foot pole. And that was James Earl Jones who sung that song. I always knew he was an actor, never knew he sung until I looked that up a long time ago. I was like, what? That he's the one that sung that? Had a big baritone voice. I was like, that is cool. And I like the Grinch, how the Grinch stole Christmas, because at the end, his heart grew 3 times a day. But at the end, his heart grew. And yes, you can make a Bible story out of that too. And you can make a story out, it can be just a regular story of how people change. I was watching, I think it was Mimi on, she has a channel, Cooking with Mimi on YouTube, but she's on Instagram. She was talking about, um, back in, it was 2009, her husband passed away and everything, and a little things about Christmas and all. And she goes, she does not understand how people make it through life without the Lord Jesus Christ. She goes, there's many times that had been, knowing Him as her Lord and Savior, how she would have made it through life, especially through the passing of her husband. That's when the Bible says, take heart, because those who are gone away from you are asleep, for you shall see them again. And yes, I am paraphrasing, but God said we'll see them again. They're just asleep. To be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. Let's see here. Hey, Heather, how you doing? Yeah, I showed them earlier. Sorry. Now, when I set up my live, the chat on the computer, everything was fine. I got a something went wrong, and there's the monkey there. I was like, thank you, YouTube. I appreciate it. So I had the chat up on my phone. And I gotta stop and look. Anastasia, she's not spoiled at all. So, I was going through my jewelry box, stuff I had, and this was a few years ago. I forgot who it was, whatever. And it was on a live. She was showing people what I gave her or something. And I gave her some things, and they go, "Why are you giving it to her now? Why don't you give it to, that'd be something you pass down when you pass away." I'm like, huh? Like, you kidding me? When I'm dead, I can't sit there and watch her and enjoy it. So that's why I give it to her now. I'm like, oh. I'm like, you know, some people. All right. Now, if I did not say this on right, I'd be upset. But I did. It just looks funny. All right. Now, sewing the last part on. Here we go. So yeah, I get buyer stuff because it was, especially birthdays and Christmas. I want to see her enjoy it. I still have some things that are in my jewelry box that which I have a picture of her daddy when he was younger, when he was 3. So she goes, I don't want that right now. I was like, that's fine. Like, I don't know. He's going to get it when stuff like that. I was like, I looked at her, I was like, but I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I had to wait 40 years for someone to figure out about my heart to get a pacemaker because that's what I needed to be going anytime soon. She goes, I know you keep telling me that. I said, I just want to remind you that. Yeah, 40 years. I'm like, okay, the numbers, God uses numbers significantly in the Bible. 7 days of creation, 6 days work, 7 days you rest. Um, no, 5 is a number of grace. Like, oh, some numbers I do know, some of them I don't. So that'd be a good Bible study. But 40 years the children walked in the wilderness. 40 days Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. Noah and the ark, 40 days and 40 nights. The rain took 120 days for the water to recede. So 40, I'm like, I've got to look up the significance of the number 40. So I can ask, I still ask the Lord, what's the significance of the number 40? And to me, it may not be nothing, but so the simple fact was my physician and my cardiologist just needed to go to school, get their degrees, to be in the state, to get me to this state, to get to the right doctor, at the right place, at the right time. And that could be all as just what that was, a time factor. But I will look up the significance of the number 40. Oh, y'all, I found my ring. All right. So I found the ring. So let me these things up. I'm going to show y'all where I found it. Because I am almost done with the blanket. Yay. One block is the opposite, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that. All right, let me leave this in. Frosty the snowman was a jolly happy soul with the corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the snowman knew the sun was hot that day, so he said, let's run, or have some fun, now before I melt away. He led them down the streets of town to the traffic cop. He only paused and murmured when he heard him holler stop. Frosty the snowman had to hurry on his way. Yep, I'm missing a couple verses in that. And he waved goodbye, saying, "Don't you cry. I'll be back again someday." All right. There you go. So, here we go. Yeah, I know that one's in the world. What's going on here? I just sewed that all in there together. So here we go. And then you'll take these small ones. So like if you're you want to be X, and then you put this one down here to block it, and then you take the other one like this. So it's my version of a tic-tac-toe game. And I'll just weave those in later. So yeah, one blocks backwards by accident. I'm like, oh well. All right, so let me show y'all where I found my ring. All right, you see where Anastasia's foot's at? It was right under. Come on, I don't want to do that. Right where her foot is at, it was right like underneath that part of the as this has got stuffies in it. So it was right underneath there. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, this is what happened with the chat thing tonight. It didn't show up. It goes, something went wrong. The little monkey right there. I was like, alrighty. That's alright. I'm glad I found it too. Goodness. I was like, no, I want my ring. I want my ring. And it's been, so that's how I know I've lost some more weight, even though the scales doesn't say anything, because you lose inches. Because I'm sitting here doing all this, it's been turning itself. That's why y'all see me messing with it, because I push it back to where it's supposed to be, and it keeps turning this way. It's like turning itself. I'm like, oh, I was like, okay, that's good. I keep going the way I'm going. I like to lose some more pounds though. That would be nice. So I have this much left. It's not much left of this yarn. So, and then I've got the blue yarn. Now I've got a lot more blue yarn over there. So I can put this all together and make something. You know, so that was a pretty fun project. Yeah, because the book is the Vanna White book, the crochet book, and she started with the white, and then you drop that, you pick up the red, and then you drop that and then pick up with white again. But you've got to have several different balls of yarn to do that and everything. I'm like, I don't think so. I think I'm just going to make something up myself. So when Yarn Inspirations had these green square things, yarns on sale, buy one get one free. I got Anastasia to pick out 2 colors that she wanted, and she picked out this pink and white and purple and the blue. So that's when we sat and discussed how to make the blanket and everything. She says she goes, oh yeah, I like that idea. So, and then I was listening to Creative Grandma today, and they made a video because for some reason the Yarn Inspirations affiliate link goes down and it comes back. It's deactivated. They go, we can put the link, try to find the link. She goes, we don't know what's going on. So I'm not the only one that's being done to. So I just took out the Yarn Inspirations link altogether. So I'm like, I'm just going to go buy some yarn from Premier and Lion Brand. And then, so Premier, Lion Brand. So my yarn links are Premier, Lion Brand, Mary Maxim, and Leisure Arts. So they're in the trailer that I put at the beginning. And so I'll switch it up. Sometimes it's my members, sometimes it's my affiliate links. And then we got this blue. So I have a lot of the blue, about the same as the blue. So yes, this is the Red Heart Granny Square Petite. So that's what we got. And they had these back on sale Thanksgiving. Says no color switching, keep on stitching. And the blue is snazzy. I think I already threw the other one away. I don't ever keep. They say keep those and you write it down. And that's like I said, I can start doing it. Then after a while, that's like with journaling. We called it a diary back in the day. I was like, do it at nighttime before you go to bed. Do it at nighttime. As soon as I get into bed and I lay down, I'm out. I'm asleep. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. All right. See, my chat thing. What is your next project you're doing? All right. The next project. Come here. It's on the table. We are going to cross stitch the Santa Claus. The Santa Claus, we're going to do that. And I should be able to do that in one night. If not, something wrong. So I'll do that and we'll hang that up on the tree. The other thing I want to do is make the socks. Because I've got sock yarn. And now that's just, I got to sit and watch a video to do that. Because I've tried looking at a pattern to sit there and follow it. It's like, I don't think so. So I have to watch a video. Some crochet patterns I can do, some I can't. And with the sewing, I do have affiliate links with I want to say Missouri Star. That's who it is. So I would like to get the sewing machine out one night and sew this pillowcase. So it would have to be It would have to be Saturday or Sunday. As a pillow, as a Dale Earnhardt pillow thing that I have had for from Anastasia's dad. So he's, I want to say 20 years, maybe. I was like, Third time I went to do it, no, it's okay. Then I was like, I got this to make pillows. Or then I didn't have money for the pillow form or or the stuffing and this, that, and the other. Oh, another project I've got to do is the woolly mammoth for leisure arts, because I had to use the stuffing for the dog pillows that I made, and so it took me a while before I get some other polyfill. So I got the polyfill now, so I can do that. So, and then I want to make some gloves. Now I'm gonna get the other yarn. I'll get the brown in just a minute. That's a good chin exercise. And where is the water regulator going? Making a noise when ain't nobody flushed the toilet. That's weird. I think that's outside. And it's not like somebody's knocking on the door. It it's like y'all have hot water heaters and stuff when someone flushes a toilet or uses the water and the water starts to fill back up, and then you can hear the regulator going off. So I ordered some fabric labels today. Yeah, awesome. Hey, Karma, how you doing? Oh, you're fine. All right, let me see if I can stand up. I've been having a knee issue since it started raining this afternoon. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna turn this alarm back on. Frosty the Snowman. Alright, so here's the brown that I used. It was supposed to be for the middle block, but I kind of didn't do it that way. But here's the gray. It's gray and black, and it's got some brown in it. So I want to make me another, not a shawl, but a sweater. And not a pullover sweater, but one that's like, you had like a kid when you put on the sweater and you button it up and everything. I remember I had a white one. I love that sweater. I don't know what happened to it. But that's what I want to do with the gray one. Um, the brown one, I don't know. I was thinking a blanket with that. That's an idea. And then I still have yarn I need to use up because just we've had it for so long. So I just want to use it up. Now the sock yarn is the Christmas yarn. All right, I will get that one. Oh. It's this one. So, because I was like, so I have started it. This little part right here. But I had to put it down because I wanted to do the blanket. So I'll pick that back up again. But I was like, okay, the person, I'll have to go back. I think I saved the video to see which video. Oh, yeah, I'm quite sure I outgrew it. I probably did. Because like I said, thing on the computer is not working. Yeah, I have to go back and look. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Karma. You still going? Ha, ha, ha. Chores are done. Snack time, then bed. Oh, I understand that. I tell you. Granny looks like Santa. Yep. I know you are, Karma. So we're going to sit there and those are some of the projects. Like I said, with these, all I have to do is put the tails and weave the ends in. So these will be, so what color you want. And she chooses a pink. All right, then you want to be X or O. And then we just, you go play. So I'm like, no, that I won't wrap that up. I'll just fold it together and everything, just put it underneath the bed. I mean, underneath the bed, underneath the tree. Four and four. So those are all done. I'll weave those ends tomorrow, and then I'll just get it stuck underneath the tree. Or put the needle back so I don't lose it. Whew. Just go over there. But yeah, I could put these two balls together to make something. And put these two with something else that's over there I can match it with. And everything. So, say hello. I'll go 10 more minutes. That'd be 3 hours. But my knee, oh my goodness. I don't know what happened. I'm like, I didn't step wrong. I didn't move wrong. I was just sitting here and I went to go get up to make sure, because I heard them outside to get the alarm off. And I was like, no, we ain't getting up to do anything. Like, oh. So the weather, type in weather. Weather. So Lincoln Village, conditions are rain with a temperature of 43 degrees. The wind is blowing at west to southwest at 10 miles per hour. And the current humidity is 93%. So that means it's a warm 43 out there. Yeah. Rebecca's weather. Weather for Columbia, conditions are partly cloudy with a temperature of 25 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the west at 15 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 63%. See, that's that cold front coming over, because y'all got it first, and it's coming to me. I think Joy and Donnie were getting rain too. Weather for Elmore, conditions are rain with a temperature of 55 degrees. The wind is blowing from south-southeast at 12 miles per hour. The current humidity is 89%. See, Robin, you and I got the same weather, but believe me, when the rain gets there, it's going to be a difference. Alrighty. Yeah, just keep an eye on that. I saw that. No, I didn't hit my knee or anything. So I don't know. I think it's the weather. It's just sometimes the weather can do things to you, make your body do things also and everything. I've lost over 100 pounds. So I know the weight has come off. I can do what I want to do. So let's see here. It is still raining. By 4 a.m., we're going to have snow. So that's what the weather is doing. Is the temperature is starting to drop. If you're going to be rude, I'm not going to put up with it. It says thick rays possible in the morning. An Arctic cold front will move quickly east across the region throughout daybreak. This will usher in much colder air mass, with temperatures quickly falling below freezing. Snow showers can be expected this morning, with snow accumulations of a half inch or less possible. This will combine with the falling temperatures to produce 6 slick spots on untreated roadways. In addition, brisk west winds will gust to 25 to 35 miles at times this morning. So that's why I was talking about the lights flickering, because with all that snow and the rain and more rain and then the freezing temperatures and the wind blowing and everything, yeah, it goes though. I was supposed to send you packing. No, that's all right. I understand. Exactly. The same thing, Misha. I was like, that's why I sit there when I just made that comment. You can come watch. You can chat and everything, but you're gonna be rude. I'm gonna give you a warning. The second time, you're gone. I don't put up with it, and I say what I want. This is my channel. Alrighty. That's taken care of. I just don't. Ever since I started the channel, yeah, you know. Oh, thank you, Heather. I've said that a long time ago, especially with Anastasia. You know, this is a family channel. I don't put up with stuff. If you can come in, you can be nice and everything. You start talking like that and that mess, you're gone. I don't have to put up with it. Nobody has to put up with that. We're not called to be a doormat for people just to sit there and think they can treat people any way they want to. So, you know, because I have I can't say I have a theory about who might be, but that's okay. You know, you got haters will be haters, is what they say, or whatever. Oh yeah, that's all right. If you're gonna do YouTube or any social media, you just gotta have tough skin. But also put your foot down and say, no, you're not gonna. That's not what you're gonna have on your channel. There are other people's channels. There's plenty of there out there that want drama. Go find them. Not here. Ain't anybody got no time, exactly. You know, it's Christmas time. It's, time to be joyous. The Bible says a merry heart does the body good. Okay. Why? Be, you know, the Bible's there for us to sit there, they says the God book, God gives us things to sit there and do. He knows if you laugh and you have a merry heart and everything, you're not looking at this, yes, be aware of what goes around, but don't dwell on it and everything. Have a merry heart. Look at the good. Philippians 4:8, Ephesians 4:8. Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are good report, whatsoever of, I think I can't, I can still search while I'm in my own chat. Whatsoever. Anastasia can say that verse so well. Yeah, Philippians 4:8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things of good report, if there be any virtue and there be any praise, think on these things. So, yeah, God gives us those instructions for a reason. And filling your mouth, So it's like Misha's Thoughtful Thursday, talking about the rock. And especially when it's tasty. And like, the wise man built his house upon a rock. The wise man built his house upon a rock. The wise man built his house upon a rock. And the rains came tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. House on the rock stood firm. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. Foolish man built his house upon the sand. Foolish man built his house upon the sand. The rains came tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The house on the sand went splat. So build your life on the Lord Jesus Christ. So build your life on the Lord Jesus Christ. So build your life on the Lord Jesus Christ, and the blessings will come down. The prayers go up and the blessings come down. Prayers go up and the blessings come down. Prayers go up and the blessings come down. So build your house on the Lord. The loud wind. Oh, yeah, exactly. You think they'll say 12 miles an hour? The weather apps will say whatever. I'm like, yeah, I don't think they can. I think y'all need to work on y'all stuff. That's not right. I love that's like I said, those little songs that come back that we grew up in church and everything. That Gus, yeah, the Gus, yeah. Misha and see Karma had snow. Misha and Rebecca's had the wind and the rain, and so that was coming here. That started about 1 o'clock. It's like I was glad we were all home. Oh yeah, oh y'all had a lot of rain. I saw that on Weatherman Plus. He was showing y'all. I was like, oh, Heather's getting rain now. To enjoy it was showing the weather map where they're at, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. So funny. Yeah, they were getting heavy downpours also. So that's like that whole line, from the north to the south, everybody's getting it. Heather, grab a life vest. I know. I know. I heard that, Karma. I'm like, oh my goodness. There was like hurricane force winds. I'm like, where in the world does that come from? They talk about the Pineapple Express because so it's coming from Hawaii. So Hawaii's pineapples and everything. So that's why they call it that, the Pineapple Express, and it comes across like that. I was like, wow. Main trees power down all around us Wednesday. Yeah, I believe it. I'm like 112 miles an hour. Mm-mm-mm. And I think ours got up to like gusting up to 50 today. It sounded more than that. It took my son twice as long to get home in Colorado because the traffic lights were out. Yep. Oh, that's good. I'm glad y'all find Karma. Yeah, Heather had posted in her post that no live Wednesday because the power was out around her and everything. And I'm like, oh boy, all that's coming this way. And just think of people like further north of me, because if you look at the United States, yeah, I'm north, but we've got so like Michigan and Minnesota and Wisconsin and Idaho and Washington and Oregon, all that's all above me and everything. And anything about all those people having snow, that's why they were saying feet of snow. I was like, I haven't seen feet of snow since I was a kid. But I was like, think about all that snow and it blowing, they're talking about the blizzards. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely a blizzard. Electricity blinked a few times, but up the road and down the road. they had no power. I wasn't sure if we would be able to be affected. Psalms 91, my dear. Psalms 91. That's why you weren't affected. Psalms 91. Oh, goodness. Oh, alrighty. Well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap this up tonight. We had yeah. I was going to sing a song. I can't sing that song because it'd be a copyright thing. But they made it, you get a troll into your chat and everything. But tomorrow night I'll be on the cooking channel live. I'll go there for an hour first, and I'll come back over here and everything. So y'all can go over there and everything. And I still haven't decided if I'm still going to try and make phyllo dough or if I'm going to do something with turkey hot dogs. Y'all know when I make the live. So then I'll be over here, and then Saturday night's Bible study on our treasure home. And I haven't figured out what I'm doing with the Saturday night either yet. So y'all have a wonderful and blessed evening. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the TV watchers and replay watchers and everybody in the chat. And we'll see you next time on Our Treasure Home. God bless. Stay safe. We love y'all. And see you next time on Our Treasure Home. Oh, the little spills that we do, sayings.